So one of the cool benefits about recording out in the pontoon is that I have like a bank of televisions that like exist like there. And so as I'm doing this, I'm still seeing comments coming in on, the YouTube channel or on my, Insta. So essentially I'm like connected in like three different ways. And I just saw, a comment pop up from one of the most recent videos that totally made me smile. And it was this weird kind of experience realizing that I'm doing this while also still engaging in the reason for the channel, which is, obviously soap and recipes and debunking myths and science and all the things, but building a community. And so it's like you guys are here with me all the time. And that's super amazing. Has nothing whatsoever to do with today's pour, but when do my random streams of consciousness ever have anything to do with the pour? I'm going to tell you all about the pour in just a minute, but before I do, hello, I'm Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You're at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 9 of year 2 of 365 days of soap. We're about to hit double digits. That's kind of cool. I mean, we've done that before. Whatever. It feels like I know not much is changing. We're doing differences in formats and whatever, but it still feels like kind of a reboot to the channel in some way anyway, so I don't. Whatever, it's cool that we're about to hit double digits, but we're not at double digits. You're here for day 9. And today, on day 9, we are finishing up the Soapprentice's Spring 4-pack series soap thing, yes, with a bar that smells like freaking Pop Rocks. Kind of looks like Pop Rocks too, or kind of what I envision Pop Rocks doing in my mouth as their Pop Rocks are cool. So that totally made me happy when I smelled this bar. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Now, I think originally she had wanted to do this for more like an Easter bar, and we couldn't because the way that whatever. Easter snuck up on us this year, I guess is the point. Did it sneak up on you? It feels like it was like way early. I always thought that it would, whatever. So anyway, she was going for like a candy type scent with her blend in order to make it fit with Easter, because jelly beans and candy and all the whatever. The end result, Pop Rocks, which is super cool. And I, right now, do not have in front of me what the blend is that she used, but I know for a fact that I talk about it in the actual video. So let's go there and you can learn what she used to create a Pop Rock smell if that's what you would like in your soaps. Okay, so Prentice is at it again for part of her spring series, and she's doing a pastel-y awesomeness that looks like, pastel-y confetti and the like spring, threw up really. So lots of swirly swirls, lots of colors, all pastels. Totally here for this because the Soapprentice's knowledge with color, I mean, she has a really good grasp on color, and so I always look forward to her pours completely because she does a good job picking colors. Now, the oils, let's go with the oils first. That's the kaolin clay that's going in, lots and lots of it, into the emulsified soap batter, yes, and the oil blend that we are using is the Swirls blend for this. I think I'm doing that recipe next week, actually, so stay tuned for that. And the scent blend for this is Raspberry Lemonade and Pepperberry, both from Nature's Garden. Both really delightful on their own. They soap well, they smell great, but together they smell like Pop Rocks, which is amazing. Like, that's a big win, because Pop Rocks, that's awesome. Yes. And yeah, like, this is what, her third in this line? Third? Fourth. This is her fourth, right? Yeah, this is her last one, for sure. And all of them have been so stunning and have gone really beautifully well together. So I love that for her, and just, you know, in general, at some point in time, I'm going to stop, like, crying about how difficult the whole revisiting all of the soap challenge catalog was, but it really was kind of tough for the whole creativity thing. But it did allow us to refresh our, you know, brains on, you know, pours that we don't really do a whole lot, and in a lot of cases, so Prentice had never done. So she's been incorporating some of those techniques into her designs through this cool spring line thing, and she's had a great time doing it, and I love that. But this particular one, I'm not sure if she's actually pulling from any specific technique that she did in the soap challenge, or if she's just having fun. I honestly think she's just having fun, and that's why she's been doing all of the blends with all of the Nature's Garden scents. And I mean, it's been a delightful experience to watch, for sure. And that's been equally pleasing because, you know, effectively all of the themed stuff has been from her so far, and I've been tackling the, you know, the soap making basics and the, you know, deep dives into information like that, and that's been cool. And actually, the next series that's coming up, not tomorrow, but in a couple days, is a series that is 100% her as well, which is good because I've been working on a series that was 100% mine, and it ended up being like 10 bars. So it was a lot. It was a big series. Super excited about it. I'm super excited about hers too, though, because I think hers ended up being 8 bars. 6? Pretty sure it was 8. Yeah, that was a big series too. Lots of material to pull from for sure. And so, you know, it's go big or go home. And she went big, and you're gonna love it. It's gonna be awesome. But, you know, shouldn't be talking about that. I guess, can I just say midway through a video, like and subscribe so you can come back for the new thing? Yeah, cool. See, look, that was the point. Yes. But yeah, no, we're supposed to be paying attention to the pastels. Let's do that thing. And I love these two this yellow and this like lavendery color so far. That's delightful. What do you guys think? Should we start putting all of the actual colors, like what colors they were, what blends of micas they were to create these? Because, like, I know just by looking at them, but you don't, because you don't know my inventory. So maybe we should start putting that in. What do you think? Thinking yes, right? We'll at least do it sometimes. I don't know. Videos tend to get pretty long if you start doing all that. So maybe yes, maybe no, but definitely sometimes. How about that? None of that made sense. Yes. Now I love how bright, like how dark that color is before it gets mixed in. And I know she's doing pastels, so it won't stay like that. Pastel is such a weird word. I'm looking at it all spelled out right now, and it's always bothered me. And I guess that's gorgeous. And I guess the real reason why it's bothered me is because it's supposed to be pronounced pastel, right? But we pronounce it pastel, and it feels like it should be somehow spelled differently for that. And I don't exactly know what kind of differently, just differently. Pastel. pastel. I don't know. Gorgeous colors right here. And she just needs to get the scent in for all of these. And again, smells like Pop Rocks. It's pepperberry and raspberry lemonade, both from Nature's Garden. Individually, they're delightful. You put them together and they smell like Pop Rocks. And that is amazing. And again, both of those scents, they soap really, really well, which is, you know, something with the name pepperberry. You might be hesitant to soap with it because pepper is right in the name, suggests that it's going to accelerate because pepper does, but it doesn't. And Nature's Garden actually has really amazing soaping notes too. I've never found them to be off, ever. And I think I've used everything they've ever had available for soaping over the years. Like I've gone through their entire catalog. So that's pretty impressive. They have a really good website. I love Nature's Garden, but you know, we don't talk about them a whole lot because I think everybody uses Nature's Garden, but you know, there you go. Let's go pour this beauty. Okay, let's see what she does with these pastels. Okay, alright, okay, cool. Next, what do we got? Okay, sure, some yellow. Let's put some yellow down. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, mix it in with the white, totally. Okay, so she's doing it in the mold swirl, and based on the fact that she scented all of these at the exact same time, the assumption is she's not going to be switching gears and doing like a layer in the middle or anything like that. So it's going to be an in the mold swirl the entire time, which is awesome. I freaking love in the mold swirls. I feel like we just talked about that. Yes. But yeah, so God, this is enjoyable. It's always enjoyable watching someone else make soap. I mean, often it's enjoyable watching my own footage back too. It's just enjoyable watching soap, you know, be made. But she's so good with colors. She really understands color theory a whole lot. And so her loaves are always so gorgeous. And I am always here to watch her do awesome things. And again, she's 3 for 3 so far with her spring collection. They were all so gorgeous. And again, they fit together so well. It's so delightful when a series can come together like that, because you have an idea in your head and maybe you've sketched it out and maybe, you know, whatever, but you still don't ever really know. And then sometimes there are, you know, always the gremlins in the soap shop, and colors will go wonky during saponification or during, you know, gel, or it just didn't quite look the way that you thought it was going to in your head or your sketches or whatever. But so far, her bar, you can't say that about any of her bar. They're all gorgeous. They all perfectly pair together. So much so that I think I'm going to need to actually box all of these into a set, because they are pretty perfect, and I love that. And I also love how fluid and beautiful her batter is. See, pepperberry, not accelerating, not at all. Everything's great, even with all that clay in it. It's still nice and smooth and awesome. And yeah, now it's just time to do her pretty little swirly top, because you know she's going to. And then it will get put in the oven for, you know, C-pop and gel, because you know we're going to. It's what we do. And yeah, this will be ready to go in about 12 hours to cut. So, you know, you get to see the cut right away. So, you know, we're going to go do that right now. Okay, and on to the cut, and that is just so pretty. It definitely is a pastel-y confetti explosion. That is, you can already tell this is going to be absolutely epic. Look at that. It's so shiny. Oh, I love shiny loaves of soap. I love springtime, I love spring colors, I love spring scents, and I love shiny soap to go along with it. Come on, pull one, let's see. I want to see. Let me see the pretty. Oh, it's way exposed. We should turn down the lights. That's so gorgeous. Oh my God. See, in the mold swirls, they are just So much fun, such variation. There's beauty in all of that chaos. Now, I usually hardly ever go more than 3 colors in an in the mold swirl, but you know, she did 4, at least 4 or 5. Did she do 4 or 5? She did a lot. Purple, pink, blue, yellow, white. She did 5. Yeah. And it totally works. It's absolutely beautiful. That is super, super lovely. And again, it smells like Pop Rocks. Pop Rocks. That's awesome. It's a soap that smells like Pop Rocks, which, you know, I don't necessarily know if that has anything to do with spring, but I think she was actually thinking about doing this a long time ago and wanted it to maybe smell like candy because like Easter. But then we realized that Easter was actually a long time ago, and I think it sort of snuck up on us this year. So instead of an Easter, it's just like a spring bar. But Pop Rocks works all the time, I think. Yeah, that is so gorgeous. I love everything about this entire series that she did. It's so exciting and bright and fun and just clean smelling and just a perfect little spring edition for, you know, spring, really. Said spring a lot there. I'm tired. Like, I know this video is going out at like a normal time, but I'm doing this voiceover at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So there it is, day 9, the pastels, and I love them. And there it is, the 4th bar in the late spring series, soap series that the Soap Apprentice did. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous and totally fits thematically with the other 3, right? Like, she did such a good job with that, and I'm so very proud of her. And it smells like Pop Rocks. That's cuckoo bananas to me. Now, if you are interested in any of these soaps, you can totally find all 4 from this series on the website now at soapandclay.com. You can buy them as a gift set or individually. Limited time bars, once they're gone, they are gone. So, you know, snag them while you can. Speaking of snagging things while you can, you guys have been getting cards in your orders with, you know, coupon codes for, you know, new sudsers and return sudsers and all that jazz. So, you know, use them. That's cool. And send them to people. Also cool. I like discounts and deals, and so there it is. If you're interested in following me on social media, where I post my discounts and deals also as well sometimes, you can do that. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for sure. Cool. If you're interested in more soapy antics, hey, subscribe to the channel. See what we do for day 10. That would be fun for double digits. Yeah, cool. That would be great. For those of you who are subscribed, hey, you're great. Thank you so much for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. I'm out of here for today because I keep seeing all the comments come up just right out of my, and I want to go respond and talk to you peoples. So I'm going to go do that. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.